All right, guys, welcome to the credit game. My name is Mike. I come to you, you know it, every single day. But if it's your first time on the channel, you know there's three things I always ask you to do because it helps the channel, and I grew the fastest credit channel in national history because of your help, because of your dedication, and because I'm using real people's feedback to do my videos. I'm not just making up BS, okay? So you know if Uncle Mike comes to you, it's about real shit. This is probably going to be my least favorite video, but absolutely probably the most popular, unfortunately. So I want to talk to you guys first and foremost. If first time on the channel, welcome aboard. Monday through Friday, I'm doing videos even on Saturday now. I want to come to you every single day to keep you accountable, so you know credit absolutely like it is your child's name. So if you have to make a decision, if you have to do a credit, if you have to get a car, if you have to buy a house, if you want credit cards, you know what to do because you're learning every day, right? I always talk about this analogy about trying to sit with a 12-year-old and play him against Fortnite. Now, unless you are a person as an adult who plays Fortnite every day, if I sat down my 12-year-old to try to play Fortnite, I would get my ass creamed. Why? Because he plays it every day, right? It's the same thing with anything. The more you do it, the better you get. It's a game. That's why I created the credit game. I didn't create it for you guys. I created the credit game for myself. And I just happen now to share it with the world. And it's blowing up. So today's topic is something unfortunate, but you're going to want to stick all the way to the end. So please subscribe if it's your first time on the channel. Make sure you hit the bell notification at the top, because if you don't hit the bell notification, unfortunately, you don't know when the videos are coming in every day. And I want to make sure you're watching the videos every day so that you can learn. Again, the more you do it, the more you learn, the more videos you watch, the better you'll get. So three things. Subscribe. If you can find us in your heart to hit the like button, it also helps out tremendously with growing our channel. And as well, turn on the bell notification and select the word all, which means all videos that come in, you will be able to get access to them. You'll get a notification saying, hey, Mike just did a video. Let's watch it, okay? So here's what this video is about today, okay? Most popular, but my least favorite. How to get credit cards with bad credit under 600 credit score. Okay? So why is this my least favorite? Because if you've been following me for any length of time, you should probably already be over a 600 or maybe even a 700 already. If it's your first time on the channel, you are excused from that line I just said. However, to get credit cards with bad credit also tells me, if you have been following me for a while, that you're not taking action. All you're doing is just spinning wheels. So I thought about doing a video where I just go around and start kicking tires on cars, and then getting into my car, getting into my Maserati, then maybe I'll just head over to the Lambo and I'll just say, you know what, get inside of it and just go like this on the wheel and go, yeah, no, it would be really nice to drive this car. But unfortunately, I just don't want to do it. Like, who goes to the dealership and just starts, I wish I could, and then just starts kicking tires? We call them tire kickers for a reason, because they don't take action. All they do is just watch videos. They don't know how to take action on anything, right? Which is why your credit score stays in the 500s. Okay? I got people calling my office. I'm just calling for information. Dude, information don't change your credit. Like, I'm going to be as real as possible. Does information change your credit? Or does taking action on your credit fix your credit? Right? Let's say that again. Does taking action fix it? Or just calling and saying, I'm calling for information? Information is information. You'll call me back 6 months later and go, I wish I would have moved forward and fixed my credit, but I didn't because I was looking for information, and now I'm still stuck with shit credit. I come to you as real as possible. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, right? I went from a 505 to 827 using the credit game, and that's just the bottom line. So we're going to talk about a few cards, guys. You got Applied Bank. APPLIED, Applied Bank, 29% interest rate. Pretty much anybody can get approved for it. Now, the cards that I'm giving you, okay, are unsecured. There is one secured I'm going to tell you that almost anybody in the world could get approved for. literally my 6-year-old daughter could get this card. But for right now, we're going to do the worst cards with bad credit that you can get with horrible credit, okay? And then we'll talk about the reason why you would want to do that. But for that purpose, applied credit is a MasterCard, okay? They also have a Visa card as well, I believe. But high interest rate, it's going to have a, it's going to have a annual fee, okay? So you're going to have an annual fee and you're going to have a high interest rate. You also want to look at Milestone. They have a MasterCard. It's about 25% interest rate on that credit card. So Milestone, MasterCard is another card that you can get with bad credit. Okay, so then we have the Capital One Platinum. Almost everybody knows about the Platinum card from Capital One. Now, this one requires slightly better credit. You can still have bad credit, but a lot of people use this as a starter card. They're going to give you about a $300 to $500 credit limit, right? But again, it's an unsecured credit card, so it's a good place to start. Any of the cards I'm giving you are primary accounts, good cards to start with, cards that you can use to build off of, right? So, Capital One Platinum card has a secured card, and they also have unsecured credit card. Now, 19%, 19 to 24% interest rate, okay? And it's a Capital One, right? It's not an off bank, so decent card, right? You also have the Indigo MasterCard, okay? Maybe you guys have some of these cards, maybe you don't, but I'm giving you some of the best in 2020 to get approved for it if your credit score is lower than a 600. Okay, so you can have a 430 to a 600. Generally, these cards I'm giving you are going to fall into that category that you can get. All right, now, you guys also know about a bank called Credit One Bank. And go back through this as many times you need to, okay? So that way you can just make sure you go through and check the cards and look at them, and I'll tell you how to get them without actually hurting your credit at all. But Credit One Bank is another one like Capital One. It's a bigger bank than the Indigo and the Applied Bank and the Milestone card that I talked about, okay? Credit One Bank, you're looking at about an interest rate of about 17 to 23% interest rate. Most of these do have a annual fee attached to them. That's how they make their money, high interest rate and your annual fee. Okay. Now, here's the cool thing. Any one of these cards, you can check by just Googling the card name with pre-approval. So, if I'm looking to get a pre-approval on, say, Credit One Bank, I would type in Google Credit One Bank pre-approval. Okay? It's going to pop up a sheet. Click that link, and then literally it's going to ask you for some information and your last 4 of your social. If they ask for the last 4 of your social, it will not affect your credit score. It will not do a hard pull. You'll know that if you're on the actual application page, if it's asking for your full social, that will cause a hard inquiry on your credit and could affect if you get denied by up to 5 points. But if you do not, and you only have to put in you'll know it's a pre-approval, guys. If it's a pre-approval, it's going to say pre-approval, okay? Not guaranteed that you're going to get approved for the vehicle, but it's going to let you know, yeah, we could probably approve you for this line, okay? Again, it's not 100% guarantee. Even a pre-approval, even if you go through the pre-approval process, it doesn't guarantee it, but it gives you an idea, yes or no, okay? They're going to ask you for a little bit of information and then just your last 4 of your social. That means you're in the right spot. That means that any of these cards I just told you, you could literally do a pre-approval, see if they're going to give you an option to get the card, and then it won't affect your credit score at all, and check them. Most credit cards do that. They do that pre-approval, boom, put in your last 4, and then from there, you don't have to waste an inquiry to try to figure out if you're approved or not, okay? If it gives you the green light, I would probably apply for it. If it says no, then don't. Because more than likely, if the pre-approval says no, it's usually probably going to be a no. If it says yes, it's still not a guarantee, but it's certainly a lot better than it saying a no. Okay, so the pre-approval is important, and again, it won't affect your credit score at all to check. Right? Now, let's talk about the psychology behind what I just talked about. I told you it was my least favorite video for a reason. Why? Because my question would be to you is this. What would your life look like if you had an 800 credit score? Put in comments what you would do if you had an 800 credit score, because all the cards I just gave you are generally like sub 600. Why would you want these credit cards? Maybe put in comments why you would want these credit cards. Some people may say, hey, look, I'm looking for a starter card. Okay. Some people may say, hey, I just have a thin file. I don't know what card to get. Okay. If you guys have a thin file, meaning that you don't have a lot of negative on your credit report, you just don't have any positive. So no negative, but no positives. Okay. Then you probably want to go with the Credit One Bank or the Capital One Platinum. If your credit score is bad because you have negatives on your credit report and positives on your credit report, then I probably would go with the other ones. The Indigo, the Milestone, the Applied Bank, the Surge card. Those are the cards I would go with if you have negatives and positives. That's not a thin file. That just means that you didn't pay bills for whatever reason and you have a bad score because of the negatives that are on your credit report. Whether you didn't pay bills or you're a victim of identity, whatever the reason is, okay? But thin file means I just don't have any credit. Then I'm going to go to Capital One Platinum card, or I'm going to go to the Credit One Bank. Okay, those are going to be my options to go with what they call thin file. The psychology behind this video is this. I'm going to be as real as possible, guys, because you know I ain't sugarcoating shit. Why would you want even this card? Any of the cards I just mentioned, I would want to know why you would want to pay 25% to 30% interest, and I would want to know why that you would want to pay an annual fee for garbage. These are garbage cards, right? If you're sub 600, you got to pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. If you are sub 600, you were in the same position I was not long ago. And the reason I was able to get out of it was because I created a system that was never taught in schools and never taught by mommy and daddy, right? So my mom and dad didn't teach me credit, and no school has ever taught credit. They don't want to teach you credit. That's the whole purpose of reason why they don't teach credit in schools, is because they don't want you to know that, okay? Also, they have a finance course. You know that they have a finance course in college, right? You're being taught by a professor that makes $40,000, $50,000 a year. It's not real world stuff, okay? That's why I come to you with the latest and greatest up-to-date, because I'm inside of credit all day long. I'm inside finances all day long, so I want to make sure you guys know exactly what you're doing. I created a credit game in a school platform, meaning that you go from the associates to the bachelor's to the master's to the PhD to the doctorate. I did that because we weren't taught in schools credit, and I wanted to bring it back into the world, which is why it's the first ever revolutionary program where it actually goes through the steps and advances you to get certifications through each of the associates, bachelor's, master's, PhD, and doctorate, okay? You get better and better, and you learn more and more, right? Now, a thin file, for example, you guys are like, oh, I got a 790 credit score, but you got one Tradeline on there, okay? Maybe you got one Tradeline on there and you got a 790 score. Does that mean that you understand credit? No. So, it's great that you can get to a 750 to an 850 credit score, but do you know how to maintain it? Do you know how to keep that score? I've been able to keep it for the last 7 years because of the credit game. I've been able to understand what it takes to actually maintain it, not just get there and go completely backwards again. Most people get the score and then they fall back. Either there was a marriage. This is what I hear all the time. I got married and the wife or the husband screwed me over and now my credit tanked. Right? Dumb. Right? Dumb. That means you weren't financially, like, you didn't know what you were doing. I mean, I'm just going to call you out. That means that you didn't know what you were doing and you allowed the husband or wife to have too much control and they basically hosed you. Okay? What else? You went through a divorce, and that happened, right? I get it. It happens. But if you were educated the right way to understand credit, would that have happened? No. There's no way in a million years. If my wife left me today, my credit would not change. Right? My finances would not change. Because I know how to play the game in the financial world and the credit game. This is why I help you guys. This is why I share the love back with you, right? I built it for myself, and now I'm just sharing it with the rest of the world. That is my goal, to raise the credit score from 667 national credit average all the way up to over 700. And I will do that. And I will take the average American who's making between $30,000 and $80,000 and make those people 6- and 7-figure earners. That's my mission, that's my goal, and I will do it, and I will do it fast, okay? I tell you this every single day. You have to take action. Please do not call my office and say, I need to think about it, or I need to get information. I'm not asking for you to call for information. Information does not change shit. You know what information does? It wastes our time. You can get the information. Go to my website, get the information. When you are ready to really change your life, then call me. I have a life-changing program for you. I hate to call you out, but these are bullshit cards. And if you want to live with 29% interest rate, you want to live paying a car payment that's $650 a month, you should be paying $300 for. If you want to live in an apartment that you're tired of living in because you're getting shot at every other day, or you want to buy your first house for your family, or you want to start a business, or you can't get a job because of your credit, or you get horrible interest rates on your insurance, or you're trying to finance a company and get furniture, but you can't do it because your credit is terrible, stop procrastinating and take action. Do not call my office and say, I need to think about it. Guys, I tell you straight up, when you are ready and truly ready to change your life, and only then, call me. I have 300 calls to come in. Somebody be like, I can't even reach your office. I have 300 calls, and half of those people are around, they're kicking tires. They're kicking the tires around and literally call and waste 20 minutes on the phone with somebody to go, I need to think about it. Listen, to get your money game right and get your credit game right, be prepared when you call, because what I do is I change lives. And those cards I just shared with you are going to just, I mean, what are they going to do for you? You're going to get a $200 credit limit. You're going to spend it on dinner one time, and you're going to be maxed out, and your utilization's going to be terrible, and your score's going to tank. I tell you the truth. I tell you the real game because I want you to learn the real game. So if you're going to call me at 904-420-7772, understand that my team is going to tell you this. If you watch Mike on YouTube, he is about changing lives, and he's about taking action. Because nobody will push you like my team will. And the reason they're going to push you is because nobody else pushed your ass. Mommy and daddy didn't push you, and school's never taught you. So who else is going to push you? Who else is going to make you take action on something that we truly believe in our heart and know that works? We get results in 60 days. You know anybody else that gets results in 60 days? What would your holidays look like if you started right now? How could your Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, how would that change if you started right now watching this video and said, you know what? I want to make a change in my life. I'm sick and tired of going backwards. I'm sick and tired of not being able to do anything because everything I do has to be cash. Make the change. I can't make the change for you. I can't tell you to pick up the phone. Only thing I can do is I can hand you a golden ticket, lottery ticket, and say, you know what? I need you to cash this in, but you just got to take it to the store and go get it. That's all I can do. I can give you the information, but I cannot make you make the change. It starts right here with a decision and a why that says, you know what? I am tired of being tired. And if that is you, I will help you, and we will get results in under 60 days for you. The credit game is phenomenal. On top of that, you're going to get 75% off of Tradeline competitor prices. You're going to get the entire education platform. And inside the education platform, you're going to get everything that I did for myself to improve my credit score over 350 points. I built it for me, okay? And today I've been at an 827. I fluctuate between 815 and 840 for the last 5 years. I know what I'm talking about. I'm the #1 person in the credit space right now, okay? There is no dispute as to who is the person that's the best in credit right now because I've been running the #1 company for the last 7 years in the nation. So I'm telling you guys this. If you want help, okay, I don't want to hear, I got to talk to my wife or my husband. Talk to them first, then call me. I don't want to hear I need to think about, that's a polite way of saying I don't want to move forward. I don't want the help, okay? Call me up and say, guess what? I watched the video where Mike was sitting there and he told us how serious I need to be to call, and I am ready to change my life. I will work with you, okay? I will work with you, but the hardest part is you actually saying in your mind that you're sick and tired of having bad credit. Because once that changes, that decision is made, then you can move forward. I don't want to give you these shit cards. The Indigo, the Surge, the Credit One Bank. It's garbage. How about a Navy Federal $20,000 credit limit? How about a USAA card, right? How about a Barclays $50,000 credit limit, right? How about my Amex that has $150,000 credit limit? Okay. How about some of these cards like, you know, my Citibank that has a $40,000 credit limit? How about those type of cards instead of $200 to $300, you know, Surge card that you're paying 29% interest and a $300, you know, annual fee on? Stupid. Just fix your credit and be done with it. Make the change. And the only way that the change is going to make is if you call me and say, I want the help. I will help you. That's the first step. So I can give you all the tools to get these 6 cards, 7 cards I just told you about, okay? The card that almost anybody can get approved for is called an Open Sky, just so you guys know. They don't even do a credit check. Open Sky, it is a secured credit card. Everybody gets approved for it. It's complete garbage, to be honest with you. But people are asking, what can I get with bad credit? Now, if you've been following me, I don't know why you would want to get these cards, but I'm going to be as real as possible, and I'm going to tell you, why not just fix your credit instead of getting a garbage credit card? Fix your credit. I teach you how to do it, and I give you up to 75%. I mean, literally, my program comes up with 75% off of Tradelines and free elite credit repair. Free. The fastest in the nation. Results in 60 days. You get with any of my programs. All my programs come with free elite credit repair. What do you have to do? Call me, 904-420-7772. Please call if you're serious. I say that because of the amount of calls that we have coming in that are people who are ready to change your life. And if you're going to waste 20 minutes on a phone call to say, I got to talk to my wife or my husband, please make sure they're on the call when you call. If you say, hey, I got to think about it, or, you know, I got to mull it over, or I don't make rash decisions, all that's a polite way of saying to me is, look, I don't want to move forward. And I would rather you say that to my team right up front. Say it right up front. Just don't waste our time. We are here to help people who want help. We are not here to go around and start kicking tires and just wasting time, 20, 30 minutes on a phone call with somebody for them to say, I got to talk to my wife about it. Or I got to talk to my husband. Or I got to think about it. Dude, you've been thinking about it for 10 years, man. Come on. You picked up the phone to call me to get help. Now get the freaking help you need so you can live your life on your terms and stop wasting your time with the bullshit, you know, 6, 7 credit cards I just mentioned. They're garbage. Besides everything else, you're paying significantly amount too much on your car. You're paying you're in a crappy, you gotta settle for a crappy apartment because you can't get something nice. You can't get a new home because you couldn't get approved if you tried, right? Because your finances in your credit are garbage. You're trying to start a business, you can't do that. I mean, there's so many things that as adults we use credit for, but you can't do them because you're not taking action. I'm gonna say this one last time. When you're ready and you're serious and you really want to change your life, like I've changed thousands of lives in the last 60 days for the people who actually were ready, you'll call me and you'll say, you know what? Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Because before 2021, I was able to do XXXXX because we are getting results that fast. I'll be looking for your call when you're serious. 904-420-7772. My name is Mike from the Credit Game, and I'm as real as it comes to you every single day. I love you guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow.